The moon hung low over the suburban mansion, its silver light casting an ethereal glow on the wrought iron gates. Max, 14, stood trembling yet resolute, his heart a drumbeat of guilt and desire. Since fleeing the night Jake became Jacqueline, Max had been haunted, not by fear, but by envy. Jacqueline's radiance, her wealth, her power over men, had ignited a craving in him. He didn't want to be Max, the restless boy with nothing but petty schemes. He wanted to be a woman like her, rich, sexy, breathtaking, arrogant, spoiled, desired nightly by men. Tonight, he'd claim that life. Scaling the gates with practiced ease, Max slipped through a side window, landing in the mansion's marble foyer. The air was thick with jasmine and magic, stirring his blood. Victor, the sorcerer whose spell had forged Jacqueline, awaited in the study, his silver-streaked hair glinting under a chandelier, his dark eyes piercing. He leaned against a mahogany desk, his tailored suit accentuating his commanding presence, a glass of cognac in hand. "Well, well," Victor's voice was a velvet growl, smooth and dangerous, the runaway returns. "What brings you back, boy?" Max swallowed, his voice unsteady but bold. "I saw what you did to Jake. Jacqueline's everything. I want that. Make me a woman, rich, gorgeous, irresistible. I want men to worship me like they do her." Victor's lips curled into a slow, predatory smile, his eyes raking over Max with a heat that made his skin prickle. "Such ambition," he murmured, setting down his glass with a soft clink. "You trade your life for glamour, power, pleasure. There's no going back." Max's eyes burned with defiance. "I don't want to go back. Make me better than her." Victor chuckled, low and sultry, the sound curling around Max like smoke. "Oh, darling, you'll be a vision. Let's sculpt you into something divine." He raised a hand, fingers tracing the air, and a shimmering cascade of magic erupted, enveloping Max in a warm, invasive embrace. It was electric, intimate, seeping into his skin, his bones, his soul, igniting a transformation that stole his breath. Max gasped, his body igniting with sensations both painful and exquisite. Oh God, it's happening." His voice cracked, climbing higher, softening into a sultry soprano that dripped with seduction. His limbs stretched, growing lithe and graceful, his frame blossoming into a curvaceous silhouette that rivaled Jacqueline's. His hips flared, his waist cinched, and his backside rounded into a lush, tantalizing curve that begged to be admired. "Look at me," he moaned, his new voice a velvet caress. "I'm perfect." Victor circled him, his gaze predatory, approving. "Not yet, my dear," he purred, his breath warm against Max's ear. "You're only beginning to bloom." Max's chest tingled, then swelled, his hoodie straining as full, flawless breasts formed, their weight thrilling, arousing. He clutched them, his rough hands trembling, but they softened before his eyes, fingers elongating, nails lengthening into glossy violet talons that gleamed like amethysts. "This can't be real," he whispered, but his voice was a siren's call, sending heat rushing through him. His body hair vanished, leaving his skin smooth, radiant, kissed by a golden glow that screamed femininity. His face was next, a sculptor's touch reshaping his features. His nose refined into a delicate curve, his lips plumped into a pout that promised sin, his eyebrows arched high and sharp. Long, thick lashes framed sapphire blue eyes that sparkled with arrogance and mischief. His short, messy hair exploded into raven-black waves, cascading down his back, glossy and luxurious, each strand catching the chandelier's light like polished obsidian. "I'm breathtaking," he purred, his voice now fully hers, a sultry taunt that echoed in the room. Victor's eyes darkened with desire. "You're a goddess in the making, darling. Feel it. Own it." A sharp, electric jolt shot through Max's core, and he doubled over, gasping as his jeans tore, unable to contain his new form. The fabric shimmered, transforming into a sapphire blue gown that hugged every curve, its high slit revealing smooth, hairless legs that seemed to go on forever. Strappy silver stilettos materialized, their heels clicking against the marble, forcing his hips to sway with each step, a rhythm that felt instinctive, seductive. "Oh, darling," she laughed, the sound bright and wicked. These hips were made to rule. The final change was the most intimate. Max felt his manhood dissolve, replaced by a new, warm, feminine essence that sent a moan spilling from her lips, rich and needy. Her hoodie was gone, replaced by silver jewelry, a choker at her throat, dangling earrings, and rings that sparkled on her manicured fingers. A wave of perfume, orchid and amber, heady and intoxicating, enveloped her, matching the fire in her blood. She tossed her raven hair, her sapphire eyes locking onto Victor with a bold, arrogant smirk. "Call me Natalie Clark," she purred, her voice a silken challenge. "And trust me, darling, I'm better than Jacqueline ever dreamed." Victor stepped closer, his hand grazing her waist, his touch sending shivers through her new body. "Natalie," he murmured, his voice thick with want, "you're a tempest. The world won't know what hit it." She tilted her head, her lips curving into a coy, commanding smile. "Oh, they'll know, darling," she drawled, her tone dripping with arrogance. "They'll worship me, men, women, all of them. I'm not just sexy, I'm untouchable." Her fingers trailed down his chest, violet nails teasing his tie, her touch light but electric. "And you, Victor? Are you ready to kneel?" His chuckle was low, dangerous, his hands gripping her hips. "Careful, Natalie," he growled, his eyes burning. "You're playing with fire." She leaned close, her breath warm against his lips, her perfume enveloping him. "Good," she whispered, her voice a sultry vow. "I was born to burn." She spun away, her gown swirling, her laughter echoing as she strutted toward the mirror, every step a declaration of her power. Staring at her reflection, curves, raven hair, sapphire eyes, she felt no trace of Max, no echo of his bad life or restlessness. She was Natalie Clark, rich, feminine, spoiled, and hungry for pleasure, her nights destined for lovers, her days for dominance. "Jacqueline thinks she's the queen," Natalie murmured, her reflection smirking back, her voice a velvet blade. "But I'm the goddess who'll steal her crown."